Folks, I want you to look at this. Ray cannot help himself.
I had to do it.
Injured or not, he's painting. We are back for another episode of building the Nantahala retreat. Today we're gonna get the primer sanded down on our walls, and we're gonna get paint going on our walls. Today's video is brought to you by Valspar Paints. My man, happy birthday.
Hey, thanks, bud.
Yeah. I got you something.
Oh, I didn't even want to see it. Oh!
A brand new Purdy paintbrush.
I don't need this.
Hey, it's the Pro stiff, just like you love.
I don't like stiff. I'm painting up here, bro. No cutting. I don't need this thing. You said pick a room. I'll take all upstairs.
Birthday boy's gonna do a demonstration of what we're starting with today. Sanding pole, sanding pad, and we're sanding the primer.
Yeah, man.
Demonstration.
Okay. So we don't want to take the material off. We just want to knock it down. It's just a nice, easy.
Okay, I think everybody gets the idea.
It's pretty simple.
You're just making the drywall surface smooth by sanding it smooth.
That's it. Nope.
That's fine. I want to mention that if you skip this step, your paint finish is not going to look very good. No, terrible. It'll look rough in spots and smooth in spots.
It'll look like my house.
It'll look like his house. This makes it all look even, which is great. I may have told you guys this story before, but one of the first houses we built, we didn't sand the walls like this, and we kept just painting the walls, coat after coat after coat, to try and make it look good, and it just never did look good. And then later we found out, oh, sanding the walls is the way to go to make the finish look nice and even, so that's when we started doing that. Harry. Yeah, we're gonna check out one spot that you can see really defined if you put a light against it at a shallow angle. That's what we're sanding off of there, that stuff.
We got a hairy situation in here.
Pro tip, if you're doing this yourself, every now and then your pad is gonna get these clumps of built up primer on them. And if you don't get them off like that, you're not really sanding anything. That spaces the sandpaper off the wall just enough. You wanna know you're sanding, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't wanna not be sanding. We're bringing in our paint. Another pro tip, label where it goes on the can. Because sometimes this factory label just gets covered with other stuff or gets messed up with water, so there's a no confusion method here. If you can read Jamie's handwriting.
I would mark the can itself, not just the lid too, because you always take a bunch of
There you
lids
go.
off and then you got cans going around. I would actually mark the can itself too, not just the lid. But that's me, I don't know. That's just 48 years of experience talking, I don't know.
I took Jason's advice. We got the colors on the can as well. Thank you, I guess.
It's just added extra.
I don't know. Anyway, this color is called Latte.
Don't act like you didn't think it was cool before when you were on camera. You're like, that's a great idea. Now it's on camera. He's like, that's
I mean, it's an idea.
We got a problem here, man.
Oh no!
That's why you don't do that, I think.
So that didn't work.
No.
I should have wrote it in a different place.
You wrote it underneath the handle.
Oh, on the side underneath the handle.
Yeah.
That would have done it. He didn't say that, did he?
He didn't know what he's talking about.
So a lot of people ask me, why do you do your own painting? You're a contractor. Why don't you just hire someone to do it and then just build more houses to make more money? And my answer is, I really don't mind painting. I like keeping our project right on schedule so we can get in on the very day the drywall is finished instead of waiting on a painting contractor in his schedule. It also gives us a good chance to look at every single inch of the drywall finish as we prime and paint it, make sure everything is good and up to our standards. And that's just our business model. It's not everybody's business model, but we like to just do a low volume of houses and do most of the work ourselves. And we find we just have less headaches doing it that way versus doing a whole bunch of houses and just being the quote contractor where we drive around and just check on things and put out fires. That just doesn't sound fun to me. You ready for your first real carpentry lesson? Wait, this isn't carpentry at all. But it's good to know how to paint. So we're going to teach you how to cut in. And it's mostly has to do with how you get the paint on the brush, okay? So first tip here is do not stick the brush all the way into the metal hosel here. We're going to stick it in about that much, okay? Now if you go try to cut like that, look at that. See that fat bead up top? That's maybe against the ceiling or something. Not good. So second tip, after you dip, you're going to wipe away the paint on one edge, and that's gonna be the edge that's up against your ceiling. So now you see you're doing a lot better, okay? See that? Don't have that bead. Now the third tip is you're gonna dip, wipe, and you're gonna come in a little below the ceiling, about 1/4 inch, 3/16, and get some of the bulk of the paint off. Then you're gonna come back with a now more fine-tuned amount of paint on there and make the final cut.
Did he just call you a dip wipe?
And then just do it again and again and again until you paint the whole
And what's
house.
that move called?
Oh, that's like the dip, wipe, dab, swipe. Don't forget that.
You got all that? Anton, you got it?
I got
All right, let's
Okay.
let him try.
Okay, let's see what he's got.
Now we're gonna mock up the ceiling here.
Oh, he's lefty. You got to do it the other way.
Oh, okay. All right, I got a mocked up ceiling transition here for you. See that? That's your ceiling.
Oh man.
So you're gonna dip, wipe.
Okay. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yourself.
All right, he's got it on the correct side of the brush. Nope, let's go that way. Gonna come in just a little below, get the bulk of the paint off. Now you're gonna want to come in with the brush at a sharper angle like that. Yep. And see that little blob on top? Let's go and get down. And you just want the, there you go. That's what you're looking for right there. Feel that? Mm-hmm. Feels good, doesn't it?
Getting a little weird.
Do you know what we do to people that blob paint on the ceiling?
I don't.
I don't either, but we'll figure something out.
Nothing. They don't do anything. I've tried to get fired for like 2 years by dabbing paint.
Working down the wall, another pro tip is don't roll straight across your receptacles, like roll around them, because you'll pick up scuzz from, and that's where that stuff came from, was, yeah, you came across that, picked up a little scuzz. So we'll kind of just
wipe it out.
Wipe that out. Hey, let's take a quick break from our video to thank our sponsor for today, Valspar Paints. Valspar makes it easy for pros to get all of the quality paints and supplies they need for professional jobs. They have easy access online at valspar.com, or you can get it at your local neighborhood Lowe's. With paints and stains formulated with pros in mind, they've got your back on your next project with a wide range of quality products. Pros have access to personalized advice with the Valspar team of pro specialists offering tools, tips, loyalty rewards, and more. Find your local rep through our rep finder at valspar.com. Also, make sure to talk to your rep about Valspar's trial program, promotions, and special events in your area. We really enjoyed using Valspar paints on this project. It was a good quality product and it was easy to buy. I think you'll enjoy using it too, so make sure to click the link in our description to find out more. And thanks again to Valspar for sponsoring this video. Hey Jamie.
Yep.
Ray was holding out on us. He's got a power sander in his truck.
Is that a power sander all day?
Yeah.
Didn't he know they were in there doing it with like just regular poles? Oh man.
Oh well.
It's too late now.
Let's move on to the roller, okay? This is a really important tool around the job site when we're painting. So my main tip with the roller is don't dry roll, okay? And you'll know you're dry rolling if you're pressing really hard on the wall to get the paint to come off the roller onto the wall. And at that point, you're smashing all the little fibers flat and you're losing your texture. This will leave kind of an orange peeled texture, very slight, light texture. But if you're pressing too hard, it means you don't have enough paint. You're not leaving the texture. That's lesson one on that. Jamie, I'm sure, will give you lots of other tips.
Yeah.
So many that you're just going to think about it all night.
Yeah.
Okay? There you go.
He's been on The Bachelor in Paradise before. He fell in love with Kendall. He lives in Chicago and she lives like California. They dated for 2 years and they broke up because she wouldn't move to Chicago. Doing it again. And then they bring Kendall in.
Do you know what he's talking about?
No, I just listened.
It's the Bachelor in Paradise show.
You just gotta listen to
Dude, this is insane right now. Little painter's pro tip. Now these are really good roller pads. These are pretty, like the, professional grade, really nice ones. But if you have a cheaper one, it's a good idea if it's brand new to take some painter's tape like that and wrap your roller one good time.
Don't you think it's gonna make it not paint very good?
Actually, it's just doing that.
Oh, that's good. That helps a lot.
Yeah. So let's try again. Okay. Get her started. Wrap your roller. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but basically you'd wrap your roller like so. Give it a good squeeze. Okay. And then pull the tape off, and that would get rid of any loose, like kind of lint kind of stuff. See, this is a good roller, so not really doing anything. But if you had a cheap roller, this could really save you some time not getting junk on the wall.
Pulls all the fuzzies out of the...
Yeah, pulls all the fuzzies off. So
what you call it?
Yeah, this is...
that feels good.
Yeah, that does feel good.
Wow.
It's like
Man.
petting my cat. I don't have a cat, but, you know, if I did. What's going to happen next here is we're going to actually show a time-lapse that Ray filmed while he's rolling around following Jaime in his wheelchair. And we've never tried this before. And we don't know what it's going to turn out like, but you're about to see the clip right now. Hey, I got to hand it to Ray here. He's figured out something productive to do every single day, even though he can't really walk. So that's pretty awesome. A lot of times we just have him run a camera, which actually saves the rest of us a lot of time so we can keep on working. But I know he'll be back at it soon, and we've really appreciated him showing up even when he's in pain to do cool stuff like this. Three o'clock, we're done with one coat on everything, which is pretty awesome. But we're not going to second coat. It needs a second coat, right?
It does. Gotta have it.
It kind of evens out the sheen, covers any sprockles or thin spots.
If we did a second coat now, then we would have to do a third coat later.
Right.
Because we're still going to bash everything up when we put the floors in, trim,
Likely.
everything.
Yeah, so instead of touching up like a third coat, we're going to wait and put our second regular coat on later when things are done. And we'll have to be more careful because there's going to be floors and trim and stuff we can't get paint on. But I think overall it's still less painting time, which is all what we want. Less painting time, faster painting. So we're going to call it right there, and we'll pick it back up tomorrow. Okay, Anton, it's time.
Yeah,
What did you learn about painting?
I learned how to cut, and then I learned to paint with a wet edge, where you go from, you paint a stripe, and then you paint the stripe next to it so that you don't paint the same area twice.
Yes, that's brilliant. A lot of people don't know that, but now you do.
I do.
All right, thanks. Hey, thanks for building with us today. We really appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. That really does help the YouTube algorithm. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you on the next one.
I'm not really sure this is the right wall for the blue.
Oh, really?
Well, it's an accent wall. There's only one wall is blue in this room. So
This has got to be it.
you got to make sure this is the right wall. Did you already check?
No,
Well, it's in that message that she sent.
we better check.
Well, if it's wrong,
I don't know.
good luck painting another color over that. All right. Master bedroom. Wall behind bed has one small window facing parking lot.
Yes.
Okay, mermaid's tail. Okay.
Continue.
Okay.
Mermaid's
All right,
tail, is that the color?
Mermaid's tail. Never seen one.
I could say that might be mermaid's tail.
There you go.
There's a real American tool belt. You like it?
Yeah, I do. Yo, Master Basco.